Hey guys, welcome to the clubhouse. I'm Billy Jackson, and today's review is gonna be on The Mandalorian and Grogu. Okay, now, first I want to give a shout out to my greatest neighbor I've ever had, Donna Perone, and her daughter Fran, for putting this handcrafted Mandalorian mask, or helmet, I should say, for my girlfriend for her birthday. And it is awesome. I mean, you could tell they put a lot of work. I mean, the craftsmanship of this is amazing. And thank you, Fran and Donna. I really appreciate it, and Jess loves it. Okay, now, I had to give a shout out to them because that helmet is crazy, man. I love it. And I'm getting me one. It's going to be all black with blue trim. I cannot wait. I know she's going to do great at it. So thank you, Fran and Donna, for doing that for her. She absolutely loves it. But anyway, The Mandalorian and Grogu. Now, if y'all have seen any of my previous reviews of The Mandalorian, the seasons 1 through 3, I love the first 2 seasons. I didn't love the 3rd season. I liked it. It was okay, but it was definitely a step down from the previous seasons. But anyway, here we go with the movie. And I knew they were going to do season 4, but they ended up just going ahead and making this movie instead. And I think they're planning on tying it together with Ahsoka somehow. But I was excited to see it at the movies. And the reviews so far have been really mixed on this thing. So, what side am I on of the mixed reviews? Let's see. Did I think it was any good? Yes! I thought it was great! And Jess loved it too. And we both had a great time watching this movie. Now, I will say that when I bought tickets online, I didn't realize I was getting 3D tickets until we're sitting in a theater and it became all blurry. I realized that I had to go grab some glasses real quick and come back. So we actually got to see it in 3D, and I hate watching stuff in 3D. But you kind of get used to it after a while, and it didn't take away from the movie at all, for me at least, or for Jess. We actually really loved it. Now, I do understand some of the mixed reviews. I understand their qualms that it just felt like another episode of Mandalorian, but on the big screen, and it was longer, and that they kind of put season 4, they made the episodes, then they just put them all together and threw it on screen. Look, I get it. I'm good with it, though. Everybody else doesn't seem to be good with this fact. And I do understand also that, Star Wars needs to be cinematic. I'm a fan of the lightsabers and stuff like that, and the Jedi, Star Wars. That's the stuff I love, but I really love all Star Wars, including The Mandalorian. And did this need to be a movie? No, it didn't. I get it. But I'm glad that they did it because I love The Mandalorian. And it was great to see The Mandalorian and Grogu on the big screen. I loved it. I felt engaged. I knew it wasn't going to be a part of, any of the trilogies or anything like that. It kind of stood alone as its own thing. And I really liked that. I'm glad that it wasn't tied to anything else. I just wanted to see some Mandalorian and Grogu on screen. And this movie gave it to us in spades. It was really wonderful to get the experience that I've gotten the experience with The Mandalorian, which I think is some of the best Star Wars that's been made since the original trilogy. And to finally get it on the big screen was like a dream come true for me. I was happy with it. And yes, it was an episode of Mandalorian on the big screen. So just know that going in. That if you like the Mandalorian TV show, just know that it's just a longer episode on the big screen. But it's great. And I wasn't bored at any minute. It didn't feel like a lull. It was great to see Grogu, using more of his abilities and just seeing him interact with the Mandalorian on this level. They're like father and son now. So I love him jumping on his back the entire movie, and he was kind of just riding on the back of Mandalorian through, 80% of this movie, which I thought was amazing. And because I love Grogu just as much as I love the Mandalorian. And I really enjoyed this. And another great thing was the Easter eggs in this movie, at least for me. There was a bunch, but I'm just going to throw out one right here that's really stands out. Is that there's an arena scene where the Mandalorian and Jabba the Hutt's son, which I'll get to in a second, have to fight all these other creatures in this big arena to the death. And the creatures that they use in the arena are the same holographic creatures from the original Star Wars that R2-D2 and Chewbacca are playing on that little chessboard, like that little round chessboard, and the creatures are fighting each other. Those are the same creatures that are in the arena, and I thought that was amazing to finally get them on the big screen. Do I want to know more about their backstory? Yes, I love these characters. I love these creatures. But it was just cool to see them fight. And the move, I'm only going to know this. Jess has no idea. But the move that the long neck creature does on the chessboard in the original Star Wars, picking up the gorilla-like one and slamming him on the ground, he does that in the arena. And they did that just for people like me who are huge fans of the Star Wars franchise. And I was happy to see that. And it just hit me in the feels when I knew that they did that just for people like me. So I respected it and loved it. But they had little things like that throughout the whole movie. And I just thought they did great, guys. And like I said, don't expect this to be like a filler Star Wars trilogy, movie. This is a standalone Mandalorian and Grogu movie, just like the title says. So I went in expecting that, and I got exactly what I wanted, and it was a lot of fun. We came out beaming. We had a great time, and I loved it. The only thing I had a problem with was the little Babu Freak guys. They were great, and they made me laugh a few times, but I didn't like the puppetry work on them. They kind of were, robotic, and you could tell that they were, using strings on these things as practical effects, which I respect practical effects, but I did notice that, they looked like puppets, and it kind of took me out of it whenever they were on screen. But other than that, everything else was cool. Jabba the Hutt's son, which you saw in the animated Clone Wars movie, 20-some years ago, it was cool to see him back. When he first started talking, he had kind of a normal human voice, and it kind of threw me off for a minute. But he finally grew on me. I didn't like him when he was first introduced or anything. I thought this was going to be a stupid plot line with him in it, but I ended up really liking his character and what they did with that character. But anyway, guys, I can go on for hours about Mandalorian and Grogu because I really liked it. I know I'm going to be in the minority on that, but I don't care. I'm going to give you my honest opinion. I don't jump on bandwags, and just because other people are mixed about it. I had a great time, and I loved it because I love Mandalorian and Grogu. If you love them, you'll love the movie, so go out and see it. But anyway, guys, it's not all about what I think. What do you think? Have you seen The Mandalorian and Grogu? Do you plan on watching it? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like my videos and subscribe to my channel. And as always, make yourself happy every day. And the only way to do that is to remember the only thing stopping you is you stopping. Bam!